Hi there. My name is Shannon, and I'm a solutions engineer here at Box. In this episode of Secure Remote Work How To, I want to share with you how working from Box helps me work more efficiently on my documents while keeping all of my updates secure and organized. Box partners with every major productivity suite so I can create various types of documents right from my folder and file view. This flexibility is important because when I'm working remotely, I may not necessarily have access to all the same applications at home that I'm used to having at work. If you normally work from a desktop computer at the office, you may even need to use a personal device or a home computer in order to work remotely. Because Box is in the cloud, I can easily and securely access my work content on any type of device allowed by my IT team without a VPN. But still, licenses for desktop applications, like Microsoft Office, for newly remote employees may be an unforeseen cost to your organization, or it may take some time for your IT team to ensure that everyone has the right applications installed. Plus, any external partners that you work with are likely having the same challenges. The good news is, when I open a document in Box, I can preview the file's contents right in my browser without needing to download the file or have an application installed. If I do need to open and make changes, a service called Box Edit will prompt me to open the file on my desktop in whichever default application I have installed on my computer for that file type. This means I don't necessarily need to have a Microsoft Word software license in order to update this Word document. This proposal will open in Word for me because I happen to have it installed on this laptop, but my colleagues who use other text editors will open it up in their preferred program instead. Additionally, we can leverage Office Online to edit without needing the desktop application installed. And likewise, I can even use the G Suite integration to open my file in the Google Docs editor. With Box, I don't need to worry about using a certain file type or extension so that my external partners or colleagues can open it on their computers, or whether or not they have certain apps installed wherever they are working from. Box also reminds me to lock the document so that I can signal to my other collaborators when I'm actively working on it. This easy step prevents us from working on the same file at the same time, especially since I'm not working next to them any longer. Meanwhile, while I work in Word and save my changes to the document, my changes automatically upload back to Box. For me, working from home means I no longer have two desktop monitors that I'm used to at the office to spread out my various windows and applications. Now that I'm working from one small laptop screen, Box Edit saves me time because I don't have to manually download, save, and re-upload to the cloud each time that I need to work on my document. My save automatically uploads to my secure folder in Box, so I avoid storing copies of work files on my desktop, which is especially important if I am using a home or a personal computer. Not only do I just simply click Save or use my keyboard shortcuts to make sure that my changes are uploaded, Box is also keeping all of this work organized for me by automatically stacking each of my changes in the document's version history. This means that I can easily examine any previous iterations of the document, or even revert back if I made a mistake. With version history, I don't need to worry about naming each version properly or saving it in the right location. I can rest assured my collaborators always have access to the latest version as I work, instead of sending drafts back and forth via email. If I send a link to the file in Box, it will also always show the latest update. Once I finalize a proposal for my clients, I usually run it by my account executive during our in-person sync to know that they've signed off on the messaging. Now that we're all working remotely, I'm not able to stop by their desk to show a draft or ask a clarifying question. Getting into a conference room with my team to iterate or ideate is no longer an option. I've noticed that without the accountability of seeing each other in person at the office, it's taking longer and more email follow-ups to get that feedback, ultimately slowing down our work. With that uptick in emails, I'm spending more time trying to keep my inbox organized. With Box, these action items in the collaboration leading up to the finalized version can live right alongside the actual proposal, so I don't need to waste my time searching in two different places, getting notes from my email, and then finding the right document to update. Box has native comments that alert users when their app mentioned and take them directly to the related content. I'll be notified both in my browser, in my email, as well as on my mobile device if I'm using that with Box. If it's time sensitive and I want to track against a deadline, I can use Box Tasks to manage this process. This is super useful for making sure my documents are actually reviewed prior to our next client meeting. I'll assign an approval task to my account executive with a deadline 2 days prior, so Box takes care of alerting and reminding them of that task, as well as alerting me once that task is complete. These tasks are also easy to view and complete from the Box mobile application. I can view all of my tasks within my inbox with one click and inspect the document, again leveraging native preview technology. Again, I'm notified in Box once Olivia's task is complete, and my outstanding tasks are easy to track in Box within my task inbox. I can see all of my action items related to my documents in one place. Lastly, all of these collaboration capabilities work for both my internal colleagues as well as external collaborators that I may be working with. Creating and editing my documents from home is easy with Box. I can work in whichever applications I prefer or have access to while working remotely, and version history keeps each update organized and safe within Box. I'm speeding up my review cycles and holding my colleagues accountable with built-in comments and tasks. Be sure to check out the other videos in our Secure Remote Work How-To series and visit www.box.com/remote to learn more about how Box can help you and your team work from anywhere.